Hi guys. Today we're going to be doing just a purely stretching kind of relaxation workout. This is a great workout to do when you've been cramped inside all day, you know, just needing to move simply, but also just to relax and lengthen the muscles instead of being kind of in a hunched over kind of crunch position for a long period of time. So this is a workout that you can do anytime. You could do this every day if you wanted to. We'll start with this variation today, and then if it's helpful, then we can do others in the future. For this workout, all you're going to need is some sort of like a strap or a band. I like to use a flat band. Sometimes you can use the band that we've used in our previous workouts. You can even use a towel. So you can, there's lots of different options for props. But other than that, some sort of band or a towel and a mat, and you should be good to go. When you're stretching, we talked earlier about holding your stretches for at least 30 seconds. You also want to make sure you're taking your stretches to the point of discomfort. That's when we're going to start to see the results. If we're taking it only to the point where I'm just kind of feeling it, your muscle has no need to change. It has no need to lengthen. So take each of these stretches to the point of discomfort. It should be a good kind of discomfort, but never to the point of pain. If you're ever feeling pain, that's your body telling you to back it off. So we're gonna start standing. We're actually gonna practice a little bit of balance today too. Balance is a great thing to work on while we're stuck at home. So go ahead and start grounded with the feet. The feet are about hip width apart. Think about spreading your toes out nice and wide. And we're just gonna start with nice soft knees, so we're not locked out in the knees, just nice and soft. Go ahead, tuck the belly button in, and we're just gonna soften the eyes closed. And maybe just start to do a body scan from the soles of your feet, working your way up through the crown of your head. Just maybe noticing any points of tightness, any tension, anything that feels kind of cranky today, maybe anything that feels good. Not trying to fix it or do anything to it right now, just noticing it. Let's keep the eyes closed and go ahead and shift your attention or your awareness to the sound of your own breath. Maybe start to notice the feeling of your breath, the texture, where your inhale is impacting your body the most. And with these next few breaths, as you inhale through the nose, try to send that inhale deep into the belly. Let the belly kind of just expand and blow up like a balloon. And as you exhale through the nose, just let your belly deflate. So the belly is what's moving the most here. Your chest is pretty quiet. If we're feeling more of a chest expansion, that's more of a shallow breath. That oxygen isn't getting as deep as it needs to circulate throughout the body. So think about just taking a few more deep belly breaths. Those belly breaths are a more relaxing breath. They allow the body to let go just a little bit more. Good, maybe one more deep belly breath that way. And then on your next exhale, go ahead, soften the eyes open, soften the knees even more, and we're just gonna start to add some gentle twists side to side. So let the arms flop. We're not trying to throw the arms, they're just along for the ride here. Maybe make those twists just a little bit bigger. Good, slowly stop those twists and come back to the front. From here, we're gonna do some big shoulder rolls to the back. And then reverse those shoulders, so shoulders come rolling to the front. And then let's bring the shoulders one more time to the back. Gently tuck those shoulder blades into your back pockets. From here, drop that right ear to your right shoulder. And let's take that left palm and just push the palm down into the floor, lengthening through the left side of the neck. And then go ahead and drop that chin to your chest, roll it over, switch sides, left ear to the left shoulder. This time press the right palm down into the floor. And release, drop that chin to your chest, and now take your time. Big neck circles all the way around. If you're noticing any tighter spots, any cranky spots, just stay a little bit longer in that spot. Letting your head be especially heavy as it comes down to the front. And let's reverse those circles. Maybe 2 more times this direction. When you get back up, bring that head right on top of your shoulders so the ears are in line with the shoulders here. Let's go ahead and take a deep breath up, deep inhale, and then exhale, just let the arms go. Good, let's do that again, deep inhale up. This time stay, go ahead and grab onto that left wrist. We're gonna lateral lean towards the right here. Try to stay anchored through that left heel. So from here, we're not folding forward or arching backward, we're just in one long line. On your next inhale, reach both arms back up to the sky and then switch sides, grabbing onto the right wrist, lateral lean towards the left. And let's do that one more time to each side. So deep inhale, length, reach for the sky and then grabbing onto the left wrist. Maybe you can fold just a little bit deeper this time. Good, inhale, release. And on your next exhale, folding to the left, grabbing onto that right wrist. Good, inhale, back up to the sky, big tall reach here. And then as you exhale, we're just gonna forward fold. Let the arms go, let that upper body hang heavy here. That should feel good to lengthen out the posterior side of your body. Go ahead and just shake your head yes here, releasing all the tension from that upper body. And shake your head no. And quiet the head. Now, if you're not touching something right now, try to make contact with the fingers. So with the ground, with your shins, with your feet, just so you have some sort of outward support here. And then we're gonna take a deep knee bend in the right knee, letting that left leg go fairly straight. And just hold here, should be feeling some nice length through the lateral side of that left leg, through the IT band. And let's switch sides, deep knee bend in the left knee, letting the right leg go fairly straight here. And both legs come back to fairly straight. Soften the knees a lot and let's start to roll back up. Keep the head heavy, tuck the chin to the chest. Head is the last thing to come up. When you get up, big shoulder rolls to the back. Good, from here, we're gonna shift our way into that left, or into your right leg and bring that right knee up in front and just pause, hold here. Anytime we do a balance challenge, you always have options. You can keep that foot down. You can just give yourself a little kickstand here at the bottom. Maybe it just comes up a little bit. Maybe you're holding on to a wall. Just find something here where you're feeling challenged. It should feel wobbly. Wobbly is good, but you should feel safe. From here, keeping that left knee raised, we're gonna take those palms together in front. Belly button pulls in again, and we're just gonna rotate those hands over to the left. And then bring those hands back to the front. Rotate over to the right. And then back to the front. This time, try to follow your hand or your eyes, follow your hands with your eyes. So I'm gonna rotate again over to the left. A little more challenging when we shift the focus of our eyes. And back to the front. Keep your eyes on the thumbs as you rotate over to the right. And back to the front. Go ahead, release the hands, release the foot and march it out. Let's try that same thing on our other side. Feet back to about hip width. Shift your way into that left leg. This time bringing the right knee up in front. Pause, hold here. Just get a feeling of feeling settled and grounded through that left foot. Keeping the left knee soft is gonna help. So try not to lock out that knee. Just keep it nice and soft. We're gonna float both arms back in front again. And let's add those rotations. Belly button pulls in, using the obliques to twist over to the right. Good, and then bringing the hands back to center and over to the left. And then back over to the center. This time, follow your hands with your eyeballs, going over to the right. And back to center. Keep your eyes on the thumbs as you rotate over to the left. And back to center. Release the hands, release the feet, march it out again. Nice work. From here, let's do a standing IT band stretch. We're gonna take that left leg, cross it over your right, and then taking that left arm, we're gonna reach up and over, kind of letting that left hip poke out to the side. Again, here, we're trying not to fold forward or backward, just a nice long diagonal reach, reaching out through those left fingertips. Let's stay here for another moment. If it feels good on your neck, you're gonna take that gaze upward towards that left elbow. And gaze comes back forward. On your next inhale, reaching back up to the sky, unwind the legs, and let's switch sides. Take that right foot over. Once both feet are on the ground, we're gonna inhale, right arm comes up and over, letting that right hip just kind of poke out to the side here. Think about reaching with those left fingertips towards the floor. Pausing here again. If it feels good on your neck, take that gaze upward towards the right elbow. And gaze comes back forward. And inhale, back up to the sky, release those arms, go ahead and march the feet out. Nice work. Let's work our way down now to our mat. So we're gonna start at the back of your mat. Feet are about hip width apart again. And from here, let's pretend that we're standing up against a wall. So this time I can't lean backward, and as I fold forward, I can't stick the butt out into the wall. So if I'm up against that wall, I'm gonna inhale to lengthen nice and tall as I can be. Stay tall as you exhale, nod the chin, and then just start to peel, like you're peeling your spine off the wall. Should feel kind of nice to articulate through the spine like that. Once you get close to the floor, go ahead and soften the knees. We're gonna walk all the way out onto all fours. Let's plant the wrists right underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. And from here, we don't want to be hyperextended. So tuck the pelvis under, belly button pulls in. Eyes are just focused downward at your mat. Without any shifting, we're gonna lift just the right hand, reaching the right fingertips forward. And now without tilting the pelvis, reaching the left leg to the back. So pretend there's like a glass of water sitting on your sacrum. If I tipped my pelvis, that glass of water would spill. So try to keep both hip bones just pointed straight down here. Reaching out long through the toes, reaching longer through the fingers, pressing down strong into that left palm. Let's lift and reach for 4 and 3, 2, and without spilling that water, the top hand comes down and the back leg comes down. Go ahead, reset yourself here, knees under the hips again, wrists under the shoulders. Find your stable table again with your back side. So tuck the pelvis under, belly button pulls in so your back is nice and flat, resting the glass of water on your sacrum. Here we go without spilling that glass of water. Left hand, fingertips reach forward, and then right toes reach for the back. Both hip bones again are pointed straight down. Lengthening through the fingertips, through the toes. Sometimes we think that we're as long as we can be, but we have a little extra space. So find that extra space to reach here, fingers and toes. Pressing down strong, using the right shoulder. Let's hold and reach for 4. Good, 2 more. And without spilling that water, top hand comes down, the back knee comes down. Let's bring the toes together, knees apart, and just hinge it back into a child's pose. Release. Allow the forehead to just relax here onto the mat. And maybe even just gently rock side to side, wagging your tail gently side to side. This is a great position for feedback with the breath. As you inhale into the nose, remember, send that inhale deep into the belly. You might be able to feel the belly expand here onto the thighs, and then pull away from the thighs as you exhale. Good, let's quiet that wag. Slide the hands back underneath. We're gonna press back into the palms. And go ahead and walk your way up to the top of your mat here. So my wrists are again right under the shoulders, and we're gonna just walk right into our high plank. So find yourself in your high plank. Now from here, we're gonna swing that right knee in between the hands, so coming all the way in between the hands here. So you're framing that front foot with the hands. If you're not making contact here with the fingers, this is a great place. You could use blocks. If you have yoga blocks, you could use books or some sort of object to fill in that space. Your toes are pointed straight forward, knee is pointed straight forward. And we're just holding here in our low lunge. This is a great position to stretch through the left hip flexors. Try to keep the chest lifted here. And we'll bring one more little bit deeper stretch into the left hip flexor. So go ahead and drop through the left knee. We're gonna shift our weight back into that left knee, untuck the left toes, and bring that right heel right underneath the right knee. From here, we're just gonna take a deep inhale, reaching that left arm up and over, the right fingertips reaching for the ground. So a little bit more of an opening here through the left hip flexors. And on your next exhale, that top hand comes back down. Reframe that front foot. Tuck the back toes back under, and let's switch sides. So right foot goes to the back and swing that left foot all the way through. So set yourself up again here. The left knee is right on top of the ankle, toes pointed straight forward, hands framing that front foot. Now all of us might not look the same. Maybe you're lower than me, maybe you're higher. Just find a stretch that's feeling like a stretch through those right hip flexors. There should be no pain here in the knees or in the hips. Good, and let's shift your weight back into that right knee. Let the right knee drop, untuck the toes, and slide that left heel right underneath the left knee, kneeling upright nice and tall. Both arms long by your sides, and we're gonna take that right arm this time up and over, opening up through those right hip flexors. Sending your inhale into those spots that feel tight. And on your next exhale, the top hand comes down. Let's reframe that front foot one more time. Tuck the back toes under, swing the left foot to the back, and let's come down again. Toes together, knees apart. Hinge it back one more time into your child's pose. Let's stay here in your child's pose and walk your hands over to the right side of your mat, shifting the hips over to the left. And walk the hands over to the left side of your mat, shifting the hips over to the right. And walk the hands back to the center. Go ahead, walk those hands in close to the body to allow your chest to come all the way back up. And let's just take a seat now on your mat here. You can start cross-legged. Just find something that's comfortable. If that's not comfortable with the legs, remember you can sit up on a pillow or a block or some sort of dictionary or something to lift and open up the hip flexors. Just finding your sit bones here should feel nice and tall and grounded. We're gonna pretend that that our spine is a wooden spoon. So we're gonna sit up tall as we can. Keep your wooden spoon straight, and we're gonna stir the pot. So taking that long wooden spoon, kind of just stirring around the tailbone here. As you're stirring, we're not slouching forward as you come in. We're just staying nice and tall, that long wooden spoon. Let's keep stirring the pot the other direction, other way. Good, maybe 2 more times all the way around. Good, and coming right back up. Let's release those hands down by your sides. And we're gonna take that left arm here, right arm, plant the right palm down. We're gonna take that left hand up and over, just allowing the right elbow to bend. Try not to fall and lean up with that hip. Keep your left hip down. We're just reaching here with that top hand. And now let's cartwheel the arms. So all the way up and over, left palm comes down as you reach with that right arm up and over. Let's do that one more time each side. Inhale, cartwheeling the arms other way. Maybe you can go just a little further this time. Just opening up that side body. Should feel nice to open up through the sides here. On your next inhale, up and over, cartwheel the arms to the other side. Even here, try not to be folded forward or backward. You're just in one long line. Good, inhale, top hand comes up. Both arms come out into a T. Belly button pulls in, you're tall as you can be. We're gonna take those arms, our helicopter arms, and rotate over to the left. Let the fingertips make contact with the ground here as you gaze behind that left shoulder. So nice spine twist here. Trying to stay long as you can. So not folding forward with the spine, just stay nice and tall. On your next inhale, bring those helicopter arms back up. We're gonna rotate back to center, using the obliques to turn to the other side. Fingertips come down, gazing behind that right shoulder. Staying tall as you can be here again, just sending that inhale deep into the belly. And inhale, both arms come back up. Use your exhale to rotate back center, shake the arms out. Nice work. From here, let's go ahead and come down onto your back. Bring your strap or your towel with you on the way down. Let's start on our back with the knees bent, feet flat on the floor. Those arms are just long by your sides here. From here, we're gonna take that right leg straight up to the sky, big ankle circles. And then rotate your ankle the other way. And then pause. Let's keep that right leg lifted. We're gonna grab your towel or your strap and just loop it around the arch of that right foot. So I'm holding on either side here of my strap or my towel. Now the higher I choke up, the deeper the stretch I'm gonna get, so you choose. This should feel, again, you should feel like you're feeling the discomfort, but it should not be painful. You can keep that left foot on the floor, or you can lengthen the left leg out long. With the knee bent should feel a little bit nicer for some people's backs. Otherwise, you can lengthen the leg out. From here, I'm gonna inhale to prepare, and then as you exhale, using the assistance of the strap to draw that leg in just a little bit closer. Remember, you're taking it to your point of discomfort here, a good discomfort. Once you find that spot, stay right there with your leg, and then bring your toes down towards the face. So it's kind of like you're pressing to the sky with your heel. Toes are pointed down to you. That's going to create some nice length through the back side of the leg. And slowly, slowly start to release that strap. I'm gonna take both straps now into my right hand. Left arm comes out into a T, and I'm just gonna allow that right leg to open out to the side. It's not a competition here to see how low that leg can go. You're just allowing that leg to lengthen away from the body. In this position, try not to roll over onto that right hip. Try to feel still both of your butt cheeks on the mat. And slowly, slowly bring that leg back up to the sky. Switching hands, I'm holding both straps in the left hand. Now right arm comes out into a T. Allow that right leg to cross midline. Should start to feel that stretch now through the IT band, through the lateral side of that right leg. Doesn't have to go very far to start to feel that stretch. Once you're there, keep the leg right where it's at. Point the toes again down towards your face, pushing through the heel. That's gonna create some nice length, even more length through the right side, through our T band. Good, slowly, slowly bring that leg back up to the sky, and let's switch sides. Let's set the band to the side just for a moment here, bending both knees again. Left leg comes straight up, holding behind your hamstrings and big ankle circles. Good, and reverse those circles. And quiet that foot. Grab onto your strap or your towel again, loop that strap behind the arch of your foot. Option to keep the right foot flat on the floor, or option to lengthen the right leg. Holding onto either side of the strap. On your next exhale, we're gonna draw that leg in a little bit closer. Finding your spot and then stay in that spot. Even here, bringing your attention back to the sound of your own breath. Sending that inhale into those tight spots, into the belly. Try to press through the heel here, dropping the toes down towards the face. And slowly, slowly release. Let's take both straps in the left hand. Right arm comes out into a T. Allow the left leg to just open to the side. Try to keep both butt cheeks on the mat here so both hips are down. I'm not rolling over onto that left side. Both shoulders stay down. Everything else stays right where it was, just letting that leg open here. Good, and then slowly bringing that leg back up to the sky, switching hands, straps are in the right hand this time. Left arm comes out into a T. Left leg crosses midline. That leg is still pretty straight. Once you're feeling the tightness, you're feeling the tension in the IT band, stay right there. Pull your toes down towards the face, push out through the heel. Good, and slowly bring that leg back up to the sky. Bend the knee. Let's set your strap or your towel to the side now. Let's bend both knees again. Arms come long by your sides, palms down, and we're gonna toe heel walk those feet out wide to the outer edges of your mat. And let's actually open the hands wide. Arms are wide, and we're just gonna tick-tock the knees side to side. Kind of like windshield wipers. That should feel kind of nice on the back. And this time, let's let the knees stay over on the left. You can take that gaze over your right shoulder. And take your gaze back up to the ceiling, letting the legs float over to the right. And then maybe you take your gaze over that left shoulder. And gaze comes back up to the sky. Float both knees back to the ceiling. Toe heel walk the feet back in. And let's give those knees a hug. So go ahead and hug your knees into your chest. We're just gonna rock gently side to side. And then pause, quiet the knees. Let's bring both feet back down, flat on the floor, knees are bent. From here, let's rotate the palms facing upward to kind of open up the shoulder girdle. Now, option to stay right here. For some of us, this feels a lot better on the low back. If it feels good on your back, we're gonna extend the legs nice and long. Let the feet just fall apart from each other here. Legs are long, arms are long. And this is your chance to just let go. Maybe you even stop the video here and just allow yourself to breathe here in this position for 5-10 minutes. When we're cramped up inside all day and aren't able to get out as much as we like to, this is a great thing to do, to just focus on the breath and just allow yourself to let go of something. Maybe you let go of your eyes, your jaw, your forehead. Maybe you let go of the shoulders, the hips, the legs. Just find something in the body to let go of here, releasing that tension. Now you're free to, like I said, stop the video here. Enjoy this time. Just take as long as you need here in this position of relaxation. When you're ready to come out of it, we don't want to just pop right out of it and get back on with our day. We want to slowly ease the body back into the real world. So go ahead and start to wiggle the toes, wiggle the fingers. Maybe you gently rock your head side to side. Then let's bend the knees. And one more time, go ahead, hug the knees back into the chest, just rocking gently side to side, slowly waking up the body again. And then when you're ready, center yourself back up. We're gonna grab behind that right thigh and roll yourself up to seated. So find yourself in a seated position again. The legs are crossed, just sitting up nice and tall. Big shoulder rolls to the back, just opening up the shoulders. And let's finish with just a few things for our posture. After stretching and getting back into our day, it's always nice to focus again on our posture. So from this position, we're gonna start nice and tall. And go ahead and take that chin, poke your chin forward, kind of like a turtle head, and then pull the chin back. A lot of times during the day, we have this forward head position, right? But we wanna keep those ears right in line with the shoulders. Let's do that 2 more times. Poke the head forward, and then pull the ears back. 1 more time, poke the head forward, and then pull it back. So try to lock this position into your mind. See what that feels like to be right in line with the shoulders. One last thing for our posture. Let's start in that hunched over position we often find ourselves in at our desk, at the computer, sitting in a chair. From here, I want you to picture your body is your spine is like a sunflower. So we're gonna start at the base of the spine. Like a sunflower, we're gonna grow tall, 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 lengthening the spine. Remember, tall doesn't mean I'm leaning to the back. Tall just means tall. So be lengthened as tall as you can through the spine. And then let's fold it forward again. Find that hunched over position. Start this roll up from the base of the spine. Start to lengthen, taller, 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 out through the crown of your head. And let's do that 1 more time. Go ahead, hunch it forward. And here we go, lengthening, taller, 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 taller. Ears in line with the shoulders. Our spine is nice and long. 1 more time, tuck the shoulder blades into your back pockets. And let's take a deep breath up. And let it out. Good, let's do that 1 more time. Deep breath up. And let it out. And hopefully you're feeling a little more lengthened, a little more stretched. Remember, you can do this workout any day. You can even do it a couple times a day if you'd like.